Once there was nothing but endless dark water without form or purpose. Existing within this void was Heka, god of magic, who awaited the moment of creation. Out of this silence, the primordial water, known as Nu, rose the primordial hill, known as the Benben, upon which stood the great god Atum. Atum looked upon the nothingness and recognized his aloneness, and so, through the agency of magic, he mated with his own shadow to give birth to two children, Shu, god of air, whom Atum spat out, and Tefnut, goddess of moisture, whom Atum vomited out. Shu gave to the early world the principles of life, while Tefnut contributed the principles of order. Leaving their father on the Benben, they set out to establish the world. In time, Atum became concerned because his children were gone so long, and so removed his eye and sent it in search of them. While his eye was gone, Atum sat alone on the hill in the midst of chaos and contemplated eternity. Shu and Tefnut returned with the eye of Atum, later associated with the eye of Ra, or the all-seeing eye, and their father, grateful for their safe return, shed tears of joy. These tears, dropping onto the dark, fertile earth of the Benben, gave birth to men and women. These early creatures had nowhere to live, however, and so Shu and Tefnut mated and gave birth to Geb, god of the earth, and Nut, goddess of the sky and heavens. Geb and Nut, though brother and sister, fell deeply in love and were inseparable. Atum found their behavior unacceptable and pushed Nut away from Geb, high up into the heavens. The two lovers were forever able to see each other, but were no longer able to touch. Nut was already pregnant by Geb, however, and eventually gave birth to Osiris, god of fertility and agriculture; Isis, goddess of magic and wisdom; Set, god of chaos and storms; Nephthys, goddess of death and mourning; and Horus the Elder, god of the sky and sun. These 5 Egyptian gods are most often recognized as the earliest, or at least the most familiar representations of older god figures. Osiris showed himself a thoughtful and judicious god and was given rule of the world by Atum, who then went off to attend to his own affairs. Osiris would prove to be a great pharaoh until his brother Set's jealousy would push him to do the unthinkable, and as a result, Osiris would also be known as the god of the afterlife.